Testing, testing. I think the mic's picking up. Hello, hello. Hello.
And Amy has to press the button. All right, well, they can still hear us. Mr. Barton? Mr. Pajaro?
Present.
Mrs. Evans? Mr. Foster?
Present.
I'm also present. Mr. McLaughlin?
Present.
And Mr. Stump.
Present.
Excellent.
Pledge of allegiance and bear pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We will be prepared to lead, expect excellence, accept responsibility for our actions, respect ourselves, each other, and our district, stay focused on safety and learning.
Bye.
Subject C is the approval of the agenda. I need a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
So moved.
Support. Mr. McLaughlin, supported by Mr. Pajaro. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Views and comments, citizens,
I have none.
and written communication.
I have none.
Moving on to the review of the proposed agenda for April 24th, 2025 regular board meeting. Mrs. G.
All right, so we have our general fund bills, our approval of minutes. We are the hiring of Stephanie Lackey, fifth grade teacher over at North. The hiring of Tara Langton, North Elementary technology teacher. Hiring of Zachary Robinson, our CTE welding instructor. Hiring of Angela Dunn, SOT elementary secretary. Approval of girls basketball overnight team camp. Opting into the state schools of choice program section 105C. Opting out to state schools of choice program section 105. Okay.
Now
And
it's your report.
yes, so the updates that I have are actually within the agenda this evening. So the Filter First grant, which we'll talk about, our preschool updates, and moving forward with our bond updates, which are all on the agenda. So if we want to just keep going,
All right.
keep rolling.
Okay, subject B is the Board of Education scholarship. Oh, no, it's the flyer, you mean?
Oh, preschool
Preschool
information.
information is A.
Oh, I skipped it.
Oh,
You did.
yep.
I was reminded.
Amy, preschool flyer
I'm
information.
so sorry. So does everybody have one?
It was attached to board docs.
Okay. So we're excited to share with the community that our 3-year-old preschool was able to be combined within our Cub Care program. It was all cleared, Miss Rowe and Miss Payment got it all cleared through licensing that the Cub Care program can actually house our 3-year-old preschool. And the reason that we're going to do that is because we'd like to expand our 4-year-old preschool. We're finding that some of our kinders that are not going to school full time all day regularly, that they're a little bit more fatigued, and learning fatigue, obviously, by the time you get to kindergarten, those of us that know with the littles, kindergarten is truly the new first grade from back in the day when we were all in school. The expectations are higher from the state standpoint, and the curriculum is much more rigorous. So we are very proud. Ms. Rowe is super, super excited, as well as the staff, that we are going to now be offering preschool 4-year-old, let me specify, 4-year-old preschool Monday through Friday for the first time, Ms. Rowe said, and she can't even tell you, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. full-time preschool, and extremely affordable. Ms. Rowe did a wonderful job calling around to neighboring areas to get pricing, to make sure that we were in the ballpark, to make sure it's so very much so affordable for our families. She called all the nearby churches, preschools, as well as some of our other districts, neighboring districts nearby. And so we're a little bit below the threshold to make sure that it's still affordable. So it will be costing $360 per month, and that's for 10 months. So we give our families that payment plan. So $3,600 that will be paid over a 10-month period for full-time Monday through Friday. And we're one of the only programs around that will be offering full-time. So by the time our kiddos get to 4 years old, they will be in school full-time, fully prepared for kindergarten to be a learner. So we're really excited to expand that program. And we have a really nice flyer. I would like to give a shout out to the one and only wonderful Karen, who made this masterpiece. I don't know. No, The camera cannot see this that far. That would be really good unless I zoom in on myself. I don't know if we need that. That's okay. It's going to be posted on Facebook this evening. So parents can see the flyer and they can scan the QR code to register and get their kiddos all in the program ready to go. So we're really excited about that. And it's really important to us because unfortunately the state has been making some announcements that things like Head Start could be cut. We learned that at the ISD superintendent meeting yesterday. Excuse me. Yeah, today's Thursday. Yesterday, that preschool programs outside of district preschool programs might be taking some budget cuts, which is obviously super unfortunate for our littles. But as long as Jefferson can keep offering these programs and keep them affordable for our families, we feel like that's a huge win and a big plus, especially getting our kiddos ready. We do feel that still half days, Monday through Thursday, are very appropriate for our 3-year-old learners because they're still littles. They still need that nap time. 4-year-old will still have nap time, obviously, but 3-year-old attention span, we wouldn't put them through full day.
I need a nap time.
You know, yeah.
I feel that today.
So yes, thank you to STOAT staff for all their hard work and making that happen.
All right. Moving on to subject B, the Board of Education scholarship. So in the past, we've had a scholarship committee. We did away with that committee at the January meeting. So I spoke to Karen today. She has the applications and the essays from the students for the scholarship. She's going to remove the names so we can discuss it in an open meeting. We'll just have numbers on there and we'll decide which students we'd like to, if we want to do 1 or 2, depending on how much money we collect from this board. And then you can drop off your payment to Karen in the admin office, check, cash, whatever you want to give. And then we'll decide how much we're going to divvy up. That'll be presented on the 22nd at Honors Night. We'll present that. One of us or a couple of us can attend, all of us can attend. And we usually do a little speech and hand out the scholarship on that night.
That's May 22nd.
May 22nd, yes. So,
Don't we have a board meeting that night?
yeah, that's coming up next
Okay.
to change. Yeah.
Good catch.
Well, no, because I seen the change that you sent me and I'm thinking,
Yeah, they moved the honors night to accommodate athletics. So the kids could be there, which is good, but we can just move
Our
it.
track
Track
to accommodate them.
Yep, absolutely. Yes. So any discussion on the scholarship? I think we'll probably,
Did you say we'll get the information prior, or we're gonna get it at the same time and look at it?
we're gonna look at it together. What I'm thinking is we'll schedule before the May cow. We'll have to decide at the May cow. We'll
It's a
do,
little awkward, Dan, but you're gonna sit here and read through all of them as we go along.
I can see if Karen can send them to us.
I think that would be, that's what we did in the preschool. We had an opportunity to read it all and go with it, and then we can bring our opinion, and I think it'd be a lot easier than us sitting there. reading.
Yeah.
Unless, I mean, be a story time reader.
No, I'm not reading them all to you. But what we have to do is, since it's a cow and it'll be a vote, we'll just schedule like a 30-minute meeting before that cow.
Right.
To vote on if we're doing 1, 2, depending on the amount of money that we collect.
Cool.
I'll talk to Karen though about sending the
Sure.
essays over. Gotta write that down.
we're not allowed to talk, but FYI, they need to know well before May who is that, because it's secret. They invite those kids.
Mm-hmm.
You guys might want to do it before May. We
Oh,
have to turn our stuff in by April.
yeah, she told me the first week of May
Oh,
is
okay,
what,
okay. I just,
but no, you're good. Thank you though.
I just want to make sure you guys know.
Yeah, we don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
I'll check with her again though, because that was a while ago. Okay, any other discussion on scholarships? Okay, moving on to summer meeting date changes, and there's several changes that we need to make. The first one we'll discuss is next Thursday, is National Honor Society induction for the high school at 6:30. So I'd like to propose that we have our meeting at 5 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. and then we could travel over to the high school after our meeting for National Honor Society. And I'll just take a poll if everyone's okay with that. Barb,
5 o'clock next week?
yep,
That's fine.
you good? You good? Corey?
Hold on. Keep going.
Shane, you're good? Mike? Okay. And I'm good.
Yeah, I'll make it work.
Okay, so 5 PM is the meeting time next week. I think we should be done by 6 and we can make it to
NHS.
NHS induction by 6:30. Okay, the
Good
next,
stuff.
yeah, the next change would be May 22nd is honors night where we present the scholarship. The meeting, their honors night got moved to the 22nd. So I need a proposal on what date would work for the board that week.
Would, would it work out if we did it before? Same thing? Or no?
On the 22nd?
Would it work, same thing? Right?
We could do a
Essentially?
5 o'clock on the 22nd.
Essentially?
What time is the honors? Is it 6 or 6:30?
I think it's at 6.
I'm just wondering if our meeting.
It's a cow, so we might wanna, they usually run a little longer. So, I know the only date that week that's not good for the board usually is Wednesdays. For me, for Shane, I think there's 3 of us that have Wednesday issues. We could do a Monday meeting or a Friday meeting, the 19th.
Monday would work better for me.
It's a cow.
No, it's a regular meeting.
Oh, is it a regular
Our
meeting?
cow is the 15th.
So we could do it, if it's a regular
If it's a regular meeting, we can do the
We can do it
22nd
early.
at 5 PM.
Okay.
That probably works better. We don't have to change the date, just the time.
So May 22nd at 5 p.m.
Yep.
All right, full disclosure, I'm already gonna be in the doghouse. It's Seth's birthday, so we normally don't do anything, but if it changes and I.
Bring her some
Excuse me.
meeting.
Oh, there you go. That'd be romantic.
As long as you're not here. Other Shane's not here.
Right. So May 22nd will be a 5 PM
Yep,
meeting,
5
and then we'll just transfer over to Hunter's Night. Okay. Next is Corey has some dates he'd like to discuss.
Yes. Just trying to remember them off the top of my head.
Next week,
April what?
20, next week, 24th,
April 24th,
5 PM,
May 22nd, 5.
5. So we didn't change the actual date, just the time on those two. And what I'll ask Karen to send invites to those so we have the times.
Thank you. I'm good. I have lemons in my water and I sucked up about 6 lemon seeds in my
Are they June and July dates, Corey?
June 19th.
Oh.
June 19th, June 26th, and July 17th.
July what?
July 17th,
Wait, what's the first ones again?
June 19th, and June 26th. And July 17th. And July 17th looks to be our only July meeting.
That's what and if I don't have to, you don't have to move. So
Well, if we can accommodate, we will. If we can't, then. I mean, we can do, what day of the week is best for
Monday,
everybody?
Wednesday would be preferable.
Wednesdays are no good for me.
Actually, I remember when.
The summer
you
ones?
sent this out, Corey, I could only have made 1 out of the 3, so unfortunately, I can do 1 out of 3 because of my work schedule. So,
On the,
out of the 3 dates, I think it was the 26th that I could do in the other 2.
okay, those are the dates that he can't make,
Those
So
are our
we-
actual dates for the meeting.
so we wanna, yeah. So-
Whatever it was when I looked at my schedule, 1 of them I could do, the other 2, but we don't
Right.
all have to be here, right?
Right, so the dates that he sent were the dates that are already scheduled? And you're proposing to change them to Monday?
I would say Monday, if possible. The 17th, I don't know if you guys want to move that to the following week, later on in July, or
Let's do that. Let's go to the 20.
I just know people usually.
So we can do July 24th. It's still a Thursday. And then in June,
July 24th.
Is it okay that I won't be here?
where will you be that day?
I will be out of town at a tournament. Out of state.
What about the Monday of the 24th that week? 21st?
It's our only meeting in July, so yeah, you need to be at it.
Okay, hold on.
It's a Thursday, but Amy can't.
I'm here on the 21st.
The 21, okay.
Okay, is everyone available as far as they know, July 21st?
I can't guarantee, man, my schedule's down there and I could change at any given time, so I'm gonna say 50-50.
50/50?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Well, let's leave the July one alone. We'll leave it on the 24th because everyone else is, they don't have a date that works, so
You want to leave it at 17th?
Leave it at 17th.
17th.
Because she won't be here. She can't.
she won't, yeah, leave it that, whatever the original date was. So July will stay as the 17th. Let's see if we can accommodate June. And they were the 19th and 26th.
Yep, 1926. So if you move that, it'd be the 16th of June for that week of the 19th
16th and 23rd.
and 23rd. Yep.
I might be out the entire week of the 23rd.
Well, you wouldn't have been at the 26th anyway.
Right.
So you
that's
don't
why-
count.
That's why it doesn't really matter.
The 16th, June 16th, Monday?
The 15th is a Sunday, 16th.
Okay, I can do 16. And what's the other day? June what? 23rd. I can do 23rd too.
You good?
Okay. Understood.
Shane, are you good?
16th, 23rd.
Yes.
That July one's the World Series, that's why it's during those.
And Jackie, you're
I'm good.
good for one of them?
16.
It's,
Okay, Corey, we know you're good. Iggy, you're
That's the
50/50?
one, the 26th to the 23rd, when I was available, I can be available on the 23rd,
Okay,
19th, I apologize. No, I cannot do that.
It's the
16th?
Which is 16th. Oh, the 16th? I have to look, I'm sorry.
Okay,
50-50, let me take a quick look on that.
okay.
Because I thought it was the
All right.
19th. like I-
And we have time to, if we have to adjust this, we
Yes,
still
yes.
can. Barbara, you good for those date changes? Possible?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll keep them tentatively changed for now, and if we can't get a quorum, then we'll change them back.
Just
Okay.
with summer vacation.
Yeah, it's rough. Yeah, I know.
It's hard, so.
We end up changing them every year for somebody in the summer, so. All right. Is that it for meeting changes? Anybody else have any questions on that?
The 26th turned to the 23rd. Yep.
And bond, next is subject D, bond date change and construction manager updates.
Yes, so as you guys know, we were asked by all the neighboring local school districts as well as the ISD to consider changing our proposed date for going for a bond here for Jefferson in May to change it to August. The ISD is going for a tech millage that day in May, and after talking to several of my colleagues, I do feel, as main advisor to the board, I do feel that it's in our best interest to change it because I don't ever want to be responsible for compromising the tech millage because it benefits everybody and all children across the county. Even though our construction management companies all told us that they don't think it would cause a big issue. Obviously, there's no guarantees. I made that really clear that that was the why we were okay with having it on the same day, that we were told by the experts in the room that it would be okay. But after hearing from all of my, like I said, my colleagues, I would like to ask for your support to move that proposed date from May to August. So it would be, we want to stay away from the election year. So that's why we wouldn't want to go to November. So it would change it from May to August of 26. Yes.
It would give us.
That gives us a little bit more time to prepare then.
Yeah, because we're still working on, we're in the very, very, very beginning stages, obviously. But it would, I didn't see it as a huge impact to us to change it.
That's why I'm a little bit thrown off, if you don't mind, because earlier we were like, what's going on here? It felt a little bit of a, little pushing back and forth going on, but, like seeing you come like this, actually with some dialogue from your colleagues, which.
Yeah.
Yes. I got the impression you were being well supported, so I'm hoping these colleagues that you were speaking to are, well intended in giving you their advice, because I'm not happy with the communication on their side. They could have told us. They could have told us about the bond. They could have been a little more open about that on their end, to be honest with you.
From my understanding, it's been every 5 years, it's cyclical, so it's not viewed as a surprise. Obviously, me being newer, I had no idea that it was the same, but it's on their website. It's posted that it's up every 5 years, the tech millage, so.
Probably is true, but I just didn't like the response and how they responded in such a way when they found out about our goals. So I just want to make sure that you're getting good information from your colleagues. And
Sure.
because you have to convey that to the board, and
Yeah.
I always see a couple shaking their heads. Yeah, let's go for the change date. And it's like, wow, we didn't want to go with them at first, but now we are. I want to make sure we're all in agreement. Okay. You're okay.
Yeah, I just didn't want, in my thought process was that millage that the ISD is going for could fail for another reason. And if our bond is on that same ballot, we're still gonna get blamed for it. And I didn't want to put us in a negative light that way, because we benefit a lot from that millage.
I don't know, guys. We've been getting blamed for a lot of stuff. We still stand tall. So.
I know we would.
Okay. Just,
Yeah.
But again, I just want to voice my opinion on
Yeah, no, my personal opinion about it was the fact that we could potentially be in a situation of, I said it before at the last meeting, obviously you guys all heard me there. I am all about supporting all kids in the county, not just ours. And that technology is super critical to make sure that the proper technology are in the hands of all kids. And like Dan said, I don't want to be in a situation where if it didn't pass or, anything like that, I would feel awful. I would feel
I
awful.
completely understand where you're coming
I
from.
think it's deserving of our support. Absolutely, technology coming from a trades guy myself. I truly believe that's the way to go. But we'd like to see that support reciprocated when it's our turn.
Absolutely.
So,
Oh,
all.
absolutely. I appreciate you, Iggy, very much.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Okay, so next is the CM updates. We met with several companies, and I would like to send you guys all of the information. It's too much to report out here at the COW, but I'll send you the emails of the companies. But the committee that interviewed them, we would like to recommend Barton Mallow as the company to use, the CM construction manager company. They literally have all the bells and whistles. I know Corey could add in, Deb could add in, obviously, information of the why, but they help with the campaigning. They have a person that's a direct contact for that. They come to all of our committee meetings. They help with the communication piece. They give out the PR information.
They have their own finance person.
The own finance person who was a previous finance director in a really big district. So there was a lot of bonuses. The other ones were great as well. But I'd like to send you guys the paperwork to review prior to the board meeting. I can send that this evening, actually, so you guys have it in your inbox to go through it.
Their cost was also very respectful in the way that waiting till the end of the bond, if it passes and stuff, which I thought was good because other companies were wanting 50 to 70%
Up front. Yeah.
They're definitely big. They're well respected companies.
Yes.
Definitely.
We
Yeah.
use them a lot.
Yes.
They came with a humongous presentation, 5 people representing the company here in the boardroom we met. The other companies brought one person. The other 2, just full disclosure, weren't as much able to discuss the things that we need in our district, whereas Barton Mallow came prepared with an entire presentation printed out for us to review. And all of the information in the packet was a ton of information on data about our district already that they were doing research on. So I felt the preparedness that they want to be a part of this project for us. And they don't have upcoming, like it wouldn't conflict, and they did confirm whether we go with May or August. They didn't have any conflicts, either one, so they were open. Any questions? Okay. Moving on to the report of the Director of Business and Finance, we'll start with the purchasing card statement. Questions? Anyone? So I have some questions.
Boy, she's ready to answer. She's ready.
I had some questions. Yeah, I sent them to, I spoke with Deb about them, and I also sent them to her an email. She'll reply to everyone with the answer to those questions that I had for her on the purchasing card statement. Anybody else? Check register? You good? And now to the financial update. You got 2 minutes.
I got 2 minutes. Basically, working on grants and spending the money related to the grants, and that falls into the Filter First grant, where Carrie Wendells and Jody have been working really hard with Ferguson Company. They're the ones that are going to be replacing the filters and classroom filters, the office filters, teachers' lounges, making everything the proper way for the state. Being compliant, thank you. So the first batch, we did get a grant for $94,000, if you guys remember. Our first invoice is going to be like $66,000, and that is just for the products, basically.
Mhm.
And they are going to focus on doing one building at a time, and they will be starting soon, and then they'll be doing it, well, majority of it through the summertime. And so that
does not include labor, that's just.
does not
just gonna
include-
ask 2,000.
Some of it we can do ourselves in-house, and then others, there's gonna be, especially when it comes to the water auto filling stations, there's electricity that's involved. And I apologize, I don't really know a lot.
That's correct.
So there's gonna be contractors and everything coming in. And
Yeah, just the only thing with trying to do it ourselves is warranty issues.
yes,
Just as long as we check, make sure the units itself doesn't need a.
Does the grant go towards, sorry.
No, you're
Does the
good.
grant go towards the labor as well?
yes, it can.
Okay.
So we'll
Do we-
obviously have to spend some of our own money.
Sorry, but do we already have a breakdown on how many faucets per building we gotta do?
Yeah.
Let me
I
ask,
can have Karen email out our quote and everything, that we have the products coming, and it is labeled and broken down by building. I think you got, I don't know if you guys,
I think we already have.
I think you got it.
let me ask you this, since we're doing that kind of work and we have electricians that will be coming in to do the water filler stations, would it hurt to look at, even have them look at, all our new faucets in all the restrooms and stuff like that? You know, what is it gonna take, just to give us a roundabout cost
like
that we
For
can,
touchless.
yes.
I mean, if we're gonna go.
Because a lot of our faucets are the
Those
old,
faucets are touchless, correct?
Yeah.
They're already going through plants all over the place, and I think what Corey's saying is now we got those little push ones on there, we should probably look into, I think I said it.
You did.
Touchless for the sinks, might as well.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome.
and just even, just a breakdown of cost.
And we need you to continue to work on multiple grants, please. for this.
And finally, the other one is related to the purchase of the Chromebooks for 35J. So 35J is a K through 5 curriculum and curriculum.
Smart books we bought.
Yeah.
Boards.
Boards, sorry, smart.
Boards.
Different, totally different.
Yes. So the purchase of 225 touch screen Chromebooks for grades K, kindergarten, and first will be coming out of 35J grant, which is $77,000, and then also includes the carts that the Chromebooks will be housed in. So that's coming out of that grant. That grant is a total of $169,000. And I also have in there right now some of the curriculum that is being used currently for the school year 24-25 is coming out of that grant also.
Perfect. Any questions for Deb?
K through first.
K through 5, that grant
K
is
through
only
5.
K through 5.
K through 5 or K?
Well, K through 1 is the Chromebooks.
Oh,
But the grant covers K through 5, so
But the
it's
grant
all
covers
on
K
K
through
through
thank
5.
you.
In the Y, we were 1-to-1, but the Y on the touchscreen Chromebooks for K1 for why the purchase was because all of our new curriculum that we purchased is a requirement to have current technology. And the little ones have a hard time controlling a mouse with their little hands. And the touch screens are much more compatible for our youngest learners. So we did not have that for them. And so talking with Ms. Rowe, it was a,
We usually get like the kind of hand-me-downs.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's, I'm really excited that
Yes.
they're gonna have new stuff.
Yes.
I want them to have new stuff.
Yes, they do. They're gonna love the touch screens. They're life changing. Yes, for the
It's
littles.
not like jeans. We're gonna have
For
some-
sure.
All right, thank you, Deb. Thanks, Deb.
I used to get my coffee.
Okay, we're gonna move on to number 6, other items that the board wishes to consider. We'll start with you, Mike. You have anything? You good? Shane?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. I am good. Jackie? Corey?
I'm good.
I'd like to plant a seed of all of us.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to see more blue around this school, please.
I like that, Iggy. I like the
Please.
that rec center.
I don't care where it is. I don't care where you want to put it. I'd like more blue, each and every year. I think we need to stay committed
You want to keep that like
actually
that for the next.
making this Jefferson schools,
You have a
not
Mhm.
whatever that
Yeah,
is,
Sidebar.
in my backyard, that's one way.
please.
I
I'm sorry.
like it. You know how I feel about that red.
Well, that's what.
I would like to propose a change.
You already had your
Just
turn.
kidding. Green.
I'm good.
You're good? Okay, thank you. All right. Citizens,
I have nothing.
still nothing?
Still nothing.
Closing comments. I'll go the opposite way this time. Any closing comments?
I'm
Barb,
good.
you good?
Small crowd tonight, but thank you all for showing up. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask each and every week for my prayers for my wife's, my father-in-law. I've known for a while, and it's been a rough couple of weeks, obviously, and it's not gonna get any better. So if I have to excuse myself for any future that comes up, I'm just want to be open to letting you guys know that, yeah, it might seem like Iggy in front of you guys, but right inside it's. But anyways, thank you.
Prayers are with you.
Thank you.
Corey?
I wanted to touch on, the Be a Bear event. I don't know if I was able to even talk at our, I think it was at the last board meeting. But just wanted to touch base on that is I had the amount of people and everything was exciting. The feedback, the stands, the staff that helped, was amazing. So I know my kids enjoyed themselves, even though they were running around sometimes with their head cut off, it looked like. But,
That's what they were supposed to do.
other than that, it was really great. Kudos to you and your team and everybody that helped. So,
Thank you.
other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Just looking forward to hopefully spring hitting and staying for a while.
That would be really great.
Mhm.
I'm sorry I missed the Be a Bear event, but I was dancing at a concert with my girls, which was really, my daughters, my littles, not like my friends, 'cause I don't have those. But I heard nothing but good, and so I'm sad I missed it. Thank you for being here and hanging out with us. It's always good to see your smiling faces.
Shane?
All right, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys, everything you guys do. Yeah, the Be a Bear event was really good. Seeing all the teachers interacting with hopefully our new future students, and anything that we can do with the community, it's just second to none. Hopefully next year's bigger and better. We offer more things, if it's even possible. We have more teachers, more coaches, more people, hopefully. That'd just make it that much better.
Perfect. Good. All right. I'm also good. Thank you guys for coming. Amy, I didn't give you any opportunity for closing comments.
Nope. The only thing I have was the Be a Bear event as well, and thanking everybody for coming and the community. I agree, Corey. The feedback that I received personally was absolutely amazing from the community, and just the thanking them for showing the what and what we're doing, because it's difficult for some working parents to follow along on everything social media wise or email wise. And so many parents came up to me saying, I had no idea that we offer this, or I had no idea that we were getting all of this new curriculum. So just that alone for our community was a huge win. And I'm really, really grateful to the staff that put so much of the work in. I would like to give a personal shout out to Carrie Windells and Jennifer Windells. They were the planning committee, and then they delegated out all of the jobs to whoever needed what, and they made the spreadsheets and all of the things, like just total master of ceremonies, and I appreciate them so very much for that.
They bossed me around a little bit.
Did they? Are you surprised?
No.
So just the amount of staff that came, I know there was some hesitation at first coming on a Sunday, volunteer, but I would like to make it very, very known. I'm really, really proud of the amount of people that ended up coming and making some adjustments in schedules, because we are really doing a nice job shifting to students first and making sure that everyone understands that we have to do what's best for kids. And part of doing what's best for kids is communicating with our families, and communication is key. And that's exactly what that event was. And it was to showcase our incredible staff and all they do every single day, because a lot of people had no idea the things that we do here at Jefferson. So super proud of everybody. I agree. The plan is next year moving forward. I told the staff, I had some really nice feedback from teachers and staff about putting a planning committee together for the future, where people that love to do that type of planning work, they want to put, they're out there. And so they're going to help with the planning committee, and we'll get the date on the calendar early so everybody will know. Same type of thing. It'll be on a weekend. We got great feedback from families about having a Sunday fun day with their families. It didn't affect athletics. It was just a huge win all the way around. So I just wanted to give a huge shout out to everybody for that. Thank you so much.
All right. Motion to move the cow meeting be adjourned.
There it is.
Was it Jackie?
Me first and then Corey.
Who supported it?
Corey.
Supported by Corey. Any discussion?
Yes,
What would you like to discuss?
these two.
Listen, we're just trying to get out of here.
All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries 7-0. Meeting is adjourned at 6:37.
Down game.
You got it?